Media wonderful morning to be alive. Nigeria at things we are doing today. As I look at I have okay. Good morning once again. You're welcome to this wonderful edition of the program by standards at the newsstands. What a wonderful week we are here alive in the city of Lagos. It's wonderful to be here this morning. I have my wonderful reviewers here this morning. We're here to do justice to these headlines. I have Mr. Matthew, I have Mr. Chigozie, I have Mr. Lucky, and I also do have Mr. David here this morning. They're here to give their opinions on what is happening in Nigeria today. What is happening in wherever you are, what's happening, what are the things happening in your area. But here in Nigeria, we have the Nation newspaper, and also I have the Nigerian Tribune this wonderful morning. Okay, above the masthead of the Nigerian Tribune, hard times as prices of food items soar by 122% in 2 months. Hard times as prices of food items soar by 122% in 2 months. On the issue with the government and the health sector, if you go back to work, we'll withdraw court case. Federal government tells doctors, if you go back to work, we will withdraw court case. Federal government tells doctors. Assesses 8,000 names for residency training fund. Assesses 8,000 names for residency training funds. CJN meets Rivers Kebbi for other CJs today over conflicting ex parte orders. CJN meets Rivers Kebbi for other CJs today over conflicting ex parte orders. Delta CJ also summoned over Buni. Below the masthead, we have INEC deploys Osun, redeploys Osun Bayelsa Rex, 3 others. Buhari directs NALDA to set up farm estates in 108 senatorial districts. Buhari directs NALDA to set up farm estates in 108 senatorial districts. Apprehension, main headline on the Nigerian Tribune this morning. Apprehension as federal government woos investors for 2.42 trillion naira loan. Apprehension as federal government woos investors for 2.472 trillion naira loan. Current debt level amounts to 42.42 trillion. Current debt level amounts to 42.42 trillion. Utomi, Mogalu, Ganiyu, others warn about looming danger. Utomi, Mogalu, Ganiyu, others warn about looming danger. NDLEA intercept drug candies from UK. Nabs 22-year-old importer. NDLEA intercept drug candies from UK. Nabs 22-year-old importer. Government to prosecute teacher for allegedly defiling 40 pupils in Niger. Government to prosecute teacher allegedly defiling 14 pupils in Niger State. Government kidnapped Niger traditional ruler in his palace. Government kidnapped Niger traditional ruler in his palace. Shutdown of communication, closure of schools will worsen citizens' life in the north. That's from Northern Elders Forum. Shutdown of communication, closure of schools will worsen citizens' lives in the north. The main headline on the Nation this morning: federal government moves to stop collapse of health sector. Federal government moves to stop collapse of health sector as Ngige rushes to Aso Villa, meets with Johesu tomorrow. Doctors reject terms. Ngige rushes to Aso Villa to meet with Johesu tomorrow as doctors reject terms. President Buhari lists achievements. Presidency lists Buhari's achievements. He has scored many firsts by the presidency. He has scored many firsts. Why Osun return to 6334 education policy by Oyetola? Why Osun return to 6334 education policy by Oyetola? Guinea, Nigeria, AU, ECOWAS seek return of democracy. Jais Bank will secure $25 million Sharia compliant cash. Lastly, APC slammed doors on parallel congresses. Okay, let's have a review here this morning. I have Mr. Matthew. Good morning, Mr. Matthew. How was your
Good morning, Mr. Christian.
How was your Okay, exactly. Good morning.
What else, Mr.
Let's look at the north. The northern region, right? We call that the collapse of the educational sector, and also GSM services have been withdrawn from that state. How do you look at it affecting the lives of those in the north?
Thank you very much. Matthew is the name once more. If you look at the situation in the north currently, with respect to GSM network being shut down, with respect to educational sector being shut down, I think the government before now is not proactive. We have been saying it, that if for the purpose of addressing this insecurity, I don't think it is bad. Because before now we have been saying it that there's every need to close all boarding schools in those vulnerable states. Because it's no longer a news that the areas that are vulnerable is boarding schools. So, and that is the primary target of these bandits, where you have large gathering of people. So, if for the purpose of addressing this insecurity, you shut down all these places that are vulnerable to be attacked, I think it is in the right step, in the right direction. Then again, the government should utilize the opportunity to decimate the bandits. Because by the time as you have not shut down the schools in most of these places, the bandits themselves are re-strategizing. So before they come up with different strategies on how to start kidnapping, because the essence of kidnapping is one, to get ransom. Secondly, to deprive the government from bombing them. Because no responsible government will go and bomb bandits where they have innocent citizens in captivity. Because it means sacrificing those innocent citizens. That is why people like us were against the Kaduna State governor, when he said their intention at the point was to burn the bandits, even if it means killing some of the kidnapped students. It was an option he considered better than paying ransom. I'm not saying paying ransom is the way to go. But if you have a situation where innocent students, who the only thing they committed is for being Nigerians and being students of those various schools, you now say you want to bomb and sacrifice them instead of paying ransom. What I'm saying in essence is, now that the government is deciding to take the bull by the horn, what they need to do is to use this window of opportunity to start bombing the bandits. Good thing we have 12 Tucano jets. The federal government should kickstart the process of commissioning those Tucano jets. They should deploy those Tucano jets into all the theaters of operation. Zamfara, Borno, Niger, Katsina, Benue, all the theaters of operation, they should deploy all these war air platforms.
Somebody is saying that that is a hybrid 10. Why does Mr. Matthew pretend that this government can be reasoned with? He tries to be academic with issues.
The issue is, if you look at it, by our standard, the people you have in Asura, they are human. I quite agree that the decision they take is a function of the trajectory they have decided to follow. But if over the years you are following a strategy that is not working, and we have been conversing that do it this other way, and we are not seeing that your strategy is geared towards another direction, so we should encourage you to do the right thing. What I'm saying in essence is, in as much as we acknowledge and we know that all their strategies and efforts before now have not been yielding results, we have been saying that one, that the government is not proactive. Secondly, it's a number that a place you have like gathering of people is vulnerable to be attacked. Now the government is deciding to close schools, meaning they want to deprive the bandits of that opportunity of coming to meet people in a large gathering. So I think that's it's not about every time condemning. We are looking for solution way out of the quagmire. And if the government is doing a particular thing that looks as if it's going to bring succor solution. We should encourage them to do it. I'm saying that we are encouraging them to close schools in almost every area that looks vulnerable. Why should an RFI, the governor of Kaduna State, withdraw his children from school? Because he felt they are vulnerable to be attacked in those schools. So if you don't know areas of vulnerability, you shut down those schools for the purpose of military operation. So it is not every time you attack somebody, you encourage them to do the right thing.
Okay.
Now looking at the GSM that is shut down in Zamfara State, don't just shut it down and you paralyze economic activities and every other activity for that matter. Use the window of that opportunity to fight these bandits. And again, most importantly, the government should ensure that all the innocent people who have been kidnapped, that they find a way of getting them out of captivity before proper military operation. Because it will not pay anybody any good if they go and sacrifice innocent Nigerians who the only thing they committed is for being Nigerians and coming from those states. And there's a wonderful trend I read the other day that even children who are even below youth age are enlisting in banditry because they now see it as a slap on their face that bandits will come, kidnap rape their wives, their sisters, kill their parents, and their parents are handicapped. So they now feel that if the government do not have what it takes to protect them, is it not better they start joining this banditry? Now, there's a particular pathetic situation where they have to where a boy that have his mother and his mother and his female siblings kidnapped, decided to go and join banditry. And according to the boy, his intention is to get arms so that he can go for rescue operation to rescue his mother and the female siblings. And initially, the boy joined a vigilante group. This is happening in Zamfara, where the vigilante group, according to the boy, is not showing that potency to go for rescue operation. This boy decided to go and join bandits. According to the boy, he has visited so many camps looking for the mother and the female siblings to see whether he could rescue them. And from what I've read, even in some like two or secondary schools, students in the same school have written letter of threat to the principal of the school that they want to kidnap him. They should pay a particular amount to avoid being kidnapped. Police did some investigation and discovered that they were students of those various schools and they were arrested. What am I trying to say? That if government is not proactive enough to address this, it will get a situation where the youth, the students, the underage in that environment will not see banditry as a legitimate way of life. They will start listening in it, which is already happening currently.
Okay, let's look at the strike, the doctor strike. NAD is on strike, but Johesu wants to join. And if Johesu joins, that means it's going to be a total shutdown. How do you look at the way government is handling this?
The way I look at it is that the government of Nigeria is not sincere. The government of Nigeria is only interested in their own pecuniary interests. Because I've never seen in the history of Nigerian democracy, I've never seen any situation where House of Rep members, senators, House of Assembly members will embark on strike because of paucity of fund or because they are not giving what is due to them by the Constitution. Now, why should we allow the doctors to start embarking on strike? Why should we get to a point where, as important as the health sector, as important as doctors in a society, why should we get to a point where we have their salaries not being paid? We have a situation where doctors are talking about reviewing their salary structure and the government is not forthcoming in doing it. Well, it shows that the government is not responsible. It shows that the government is not interested in the well-being of the ordinary Nigerian. Because these same government officials, they have private jets at their beck and call. They can easily jet out of the country to take care of their health situation. So I think that does explain the reason they are not interested in whether the resident doctors, the OSU, go on strike or not. But I think even as the impact of the strike is going to be on the common man, not even on the government personalities. So I encourage the doctors to embark on that strike. Because I think that's the only language the government hear. That's the only language the government listen to.
Total shutdown of the
Why will the government, what does it take government? How many days will it take government to approve all their demands? All their demands border on remuneration, residency training fund. In fact, all riches is centered on money. So if federal government needed money to fight Boko Haram, they went to National Assembly. National Assembly always graciously give them approval, speedy approval. So if the federal government know that fund is an issue in this regard, they should go to the National Assembly and seek for fund, approval for fund in terms of supplementary budget to address it. It doesn't take, it's not a rocket science. So I'm encouraging the doctors to embark on the strike, to put pressure on the government to do the needful, because that's the only language that the Nigerian government listens to.
Okay, let's look at somebody is asking, see what the military did to Guinea president. That he's saying that Nigerian military they are always loyal to their to Buhari.
I saw when Nigerian government was condemning the military takeover in Guinea. For me, to start with, Nigeria under President Muhammadu Buhari is not justified to condemn any military coup. The reason is not far-fetched. Muhammadu Buhari himself truncated democracy. The government of Shehu Shagari, it was Muhammadu Buhari that through military junta overthrew Shagari. If we have been practicing democracy since then up till now, we would have advanced in democracy beyond what we are. So Mr. President is one of the problems of democracy in this country. So Mr. President is not justified to be speaking against military junta, against military takeover. Then if you look at Nigeria's scenario currently, Nigerian governance, is it better than military rule? It's not even better. Because you have a situation where the press is being gagged, and these are semblance of military tendencies. You have a situation where you speak, NBC will invite you. NBC invited China the other day because they interviewed that retired naval personnel. They invited China because China interviewed Autumn, and that's that man in question. So how is this democracy better than military rule in the first place? So for me, Nigeria, I'm not calling for military intervention. But what I'm saying is that Nigerian government should abide by the rule of law. They should follow the tenets of democracy, which is lacking in this government. The only thing that this government is known for is lopsidedness in appointments, nepotism, which Autumn and every other person in Nigeria has spoken about. So what I'm saying is, I'm not encouraging military takeover, but I'm condemning every bit of government action, every bit of Nigerian government action that is not in tandem with the rule of law. Whether you like it or not, you are supposed to submit yourself to rule of law. All the paraphernalia of power of police, army, navy you parade does not make you superior to the rule of law. Okay. Your ability to submit to rule of law make you a legitimate president, because it is that very rule of law, that very constitution that gave effect to your position as a president. So if you as a president is denigrating rule of law, despising rule of law, you are even disgracing the constitution of that very country. Okay. And it breeds anarchy, because by the time you are accusing another person, the person wants to violate the law. For instance, you want to extradite a Nigerian from America, from Britain to Nigeria. The person can legitimately argue that you do not respect the rule of law and that you don't have justice in Nigeria, and they will listen to him. And by the time you as a government you are violating the law, individuals will start violating the law. So it's a recipe for crisis and anarchy.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much,
Mr. Matthew. I have Mr. Chigozie here this morning, one of our committed reviewers this morning. Good morning, Mr. Chigozie.
Yeah, good morning, Christian. Well, we bless God.
Okay.
And good morning, esteemed viewers.
We are looking at the northern part of Nigeria. We have so many schools shut in that part of the north, and also in Zamfara State, an incident where network services is being shut down in the state. What would this portend for the lives of people living in the north?
Well, irrespective of where you come from, I mean the ethnic nationality you hail from, if you're not concerned with what is happening in Nigeria today, if you're not moved by what is going on in this country, then I will describe you or liken you to as a terrorist. Irrespective of wherever you may reside, it's very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. I want to read this excerpt from
From the
Bill Gates. He said, I have invested $1.6 billion in Nigeria, in Nigerian economy with no results. And this is what he went on to say. When a clueless idiot is the president and a decorated fool is the vice president, and cabinet members are notorious robbers, the result is nothing but economic calamity and holocaust. And that defines the true position of this country. Where
That is a lot from Mr.
it is very unfortunate. We have a clueless president, we have a decorated vice president, irrespective of whatever might be his pedigree or whatever, academic attainment or whatever. He has proven that he has nothing to offer this country. And look at what is happening. If you're not concerned by what is happening, what has befall this country, irrespective of, I'm an Igbo man, yes, I'm proudly an Igbo man. And if I have any opportunity to come back in this world, I will remain an Igbo man, probably in Biafra, not in Nigeria. If you're an Ijo Insecurity, wherever, even those in Plateau, I heard from someone there, he narrated the woe, what they are passing, his siblings we are passing through. If you're not concerned by what is happening, but the level of devastation, even the children, they have succeeded, the clueless and useless government has succeeded in destroying and mortgaging the destiny and the future of the young ones, of the children, who of course has the right to education. According to Mandela, when you train a child, you are building a nation. But unfortunately, the governments of the day deliberately, intentionally destroyed the fabric of our existence. And of course, the school system has already collapsed. So you can now imagine what becomes the fate of the people, the children, millions of children who are already out of the streets.
in the north.
In the north, as a result of the insecurity state. Of course, children, even the mothers are not safe, let alone children going to school. Even in their respective home, they have been branded and, of course, taken to the unknown destination. So that is a very big national disaster. I mean, it's a very unacceptable norm or situation. It has become a loss. They don't have their wards, the children within the Nigerian school system. And it's very unfortunate. It's very
Let's
unfortunate.
look at what happened in Guinea, the military takeover in Guinea. Nigerian government condemned the attack. What do you think about it?
It's very ridiculous. Somebody, your home is already engulfed by fire, and you are chasing after rats. You see, you leave crucial issues untouched, and you see disaster looming. Of course, where this country corruption is a failed state. Buhari, who of course overthrew a democratically elected government of Shagari, is now condemning the same thing he did and was not punished for that. He had the God, he had the I mean, even the gods to condemn the Guinea who did that in the interest of the masses. Because of course the man is the likes of Buhari. People are suffering for no reason, for no justifiable cause. Of course, the gallant military has to uh, depose the man or whatever, which of course is a welcome development. It as much as that may not be the best.
It's a welcome development.
Yes, it's a welcome development in the sense that, of course, the man is out of office. And if the military have the interests of the masses at heart, if they place national interests above their selfish interests, of course they have the opportunity to chart the way forward for the Guinea Republic.
Okay, let's also look at doctor strike. We have NARD, National Association of Resident Doctors. They are currently on strike. Then we have Johesu, and it is being said that if Johesu joins NARD, there will be a total shutdown of the healthcare sector in Nigeria. What do you think should happen from the part of the government?
Are you expecting another total collapse? The system is already has already collapsed.
No, the NARD are just resident doctors. He said Johesu is a general body. That
even with the system we are running, you understand that the health system has collapsed. I was briefed by one of our esteemed viewers. He said where he resides in UK, once you are 60 years, the government takes over your bills. Fix your bill, make sure that you are relatively comfortable. And if you have any medical concern, they have to fix the bill even though you have to spend several months in the hospital. You can see how the system was built to better the lot of the citizens. Even those who from Nigeria traveled to UK are still benefiting from that
package.
From the package, from the welfare package. Because of this system, they allow such system to strive. The government of the day over there. And now, how many of our pensioners could access free medical scheme? Is there any free medical scheme, or projects designed to take care of them? Most of them die on the queue waiting for their gratuity, waiting for their allowances. These are either statements or people who have served the country, given in several years of service. Most of them could not even have Gary to sip as I'm talking to you. So what happens to them? And at that advanced age, you need medical, you need sustenance, and you don't need anything that could offset you or trigger your BP. Otherwise, that is, of course, suicidal. So what else are we left with in this country? Let me come down to this place. Do you have a health insurance that covers you? You don't have even any insurance. If anything happens now, just forget about it. Probably your employer will go for another man to take over your position. And whatever happens to you is you're left at the mercy of whatever happens to you. That is the reality about this country. There's no provision to cushion the effect of the adverse effect of the citizenry. They are only interested in what is happening or what their own concern. Look at they have destroyed. A foreigner said he invested $1.6 billion, and yet there's no results. That to say the least. Billions of dollars has been expended where there is no commensurate evidence to that. And it's very unfortunate. And you are calling us a country. You are calling us one Nigeria. Nigeria has collapsed. Every fact of our existence as a people is as dead as whatever you can imagine. And it's very unfortunate. Is it this country that you should expect me to die for? Most people listening to us, they think that we are here to entertain them. I am here fulfilling my destiny. I am born and destined, of course, to serve the people, to ensure that I contribute my own quota to building up and, of course, ensuring that life becomes better for all. So even though you are a Fulani person, I am not concerned by what is happening. Somebody just said Nigeria is a mess. It's just a passerby. You see? If you're a Fulani person and you think that Buhari is favoring you, you may not know that he's just doing you a disservice. How could the entire ethnic nationality come against you, begin to hate you? You are building an internal hatred for your own race. You better advise your people. If you're not concerned or bothered by what is happening, well, I hope that Nemesis will catch up with you. But I must want to appreciate Mommy Nkechi, who empathized or sympathized, who saw the needs, of course, to show some level of concern. That we are under the rain, under the sun, we stand here to do the needful, to contribute, to make the sacrifice. Risking or staking our lives is not easy. She made provision for an umbrella, which most of you have not deemed it necessary. Even your company have not, of course. Sometimes we stay in the rain and in the distance and no even a text message to that is regard is not a good thing. But a woman of 76, at 76, she still have such, acumen and sense of love and the concern for people like us. So your company should do the needful, and I believe that whatever happens, we are not deterred. Biafra is here. Nothing else but Biafra.
So, Lucky, good morning.
Are you tired? Are you weak?
I'm not weak.
Yes, two girls have hit you this morning.
I want to take this opportunity to appreciate Mrs. Nkechi Okaro for providing. By tomorrow we have an umbrella over our head.
Oh, Mrs. Kechi, God bless you. You will live long. Whatever you bring, God will return it back 100 times.
Amen.
You are blessed with your family. Anywhere you are, God bless you. Thank you very much. I love you. God love you most. Thank you very much. My name is Lucky Eyaguna Edonobi Lagos. Thank you very much.
Okay, let's look at the doctor strike. NAD has started the strike. Joesu wants to join. And if Joesu joins, he's going to a total shutdown. What do you think the government should do at this point in time? Because the way Ngige is handling the issue is not handling as supposed. What do you think the government should do?
Number one, Ngige should be sacked. I don't want to talk too much. Let me go straight to the point. Number one, the minister is supposed to be sacked. And the Minister of Labour, Ngige think he wise. He's not the first person of Minister of Labour before. It's what you tell the president, and the president will do. People are dying in the hospital. He doesn't know that. Children are dying because no medical care. How much are you going to give these doctors? How much senator is collecting? How much House of Rep is collecting? How much Ikike is collecting in allowances? Why can't you pay these doctors who put their life on the line? I don't blame Ikike. If you have a president that always run to London to go and lie down there, the hospital, automatically the president is sending signal that the doctors or the sick class should go elsewhere to go and die. So I blame the president, I blame the minister of health and labour.
Do you still support the doctors to still continue on their strike?
They should continue, it's their right.
Is that right? But people are dying, Mr. Loki. Shouldn't we have sympathy for people that need these doctors, their services?
My brother, if I say doctors should go and resume, government will not pay them. They know best. They know what they want. If you don't eat, will you go and attend to somebody that is sick? If you don't protect yourself, will you go and somebody that have COVID? So government, Nigeria should rise up. And let me tell you, the worst of this kind of thing is that Nigeria people supposed to rise up. Do we have human rights? Do we have people who are during Obasanjo time or good luck time who will still do up and condemn it? Do we still have them? So all of them are being bought by this government. So please, Nigeria, if the doctor cannot go back to hospital and the government cannot listen to them, then we the masses should rise up and condemn it and protest. By the time we get up, both the doctor, both the government, by the time we deal with them, they will force to agree to save life. That's what I believe in that particular area. We the masses should rise up and condemn it. Both the doctor side, both the government side, all of them are guilty. But I blame the government most.
Let's look at the soldiers seized power in Guinea, arrest President Conde. Buhari has the presidency has said that they condemn what is happening in Guinea. When you look at the two together, what is your take on what?
Why are you condemning it when the people are jubilating in the Guinea?
Is it a right thing for the military to seize power in this
when
democracy?
It's just because of Nigerians, we are mumus. If the Nigerian people are suffering under this government and they don't know what to do, that in Guinea, the people in Guinea have their mind. They feel they are suffering. That's why they decide to remove their president. And the people are supporting them. That one should tell you that African leaders are not doing well. They are not doing well. That's why you see that move. People are jubilating the street with their bikes, with legs. That means they support. So if the people support,
Jubilating.
Yes, jubilating, that could take place because the president is old, he's not doing anything, just like our president in Nigeria. So because Nigerians are mumus, Nigerians
are mumus.
Yes, they are dying.
You are in Nigeria, Mr. Martin.
I'm in Nigeria, everybody, but I'm doing my own here. I say everything here every day. Nigerians are mumus. Why they are mumus is that you are suffering, you are dying, bandit, Boko Haram taking over, suffering, doctors are strike, no food, but everything is very expensive. And we are still languishing, talking, we are still quiet. We have 200 million people in Nigeria. Nobody can talk. So Guinea, how many are they? They took over the government, and Afghanistan the same thing. Everywhere. And Nigeria, we are quiet, waiting for God to come down. So what do you expect? See the people jubilating. What is America going to say? America going to say? America who left Afghanistan. And Afghanistan people are jubilating. So what do you expect? Who is going to talk to them?
So you expect Nigerians to hold the same path?
My brother, if anybody has money, let you go the same path. Go after that, we don't have
Let
government.
them kidnap
We don't have government. We don't have government. We have no government. We have no government.
No,
you know that.
They should kidnap Buhari, Mr.
Whether
Lucky.
kidnap, no kidnap, anything they want to do, let them do it. Nigeria are tired. Let me tell you. I will not suffer enough. I will not suffer enough. Is there electricity now? Can you talk about post of electricity? Is it road? Now, 8 years of this government is about to pass, and we cannot achieve no achievement, and we are dying silent. And Guinea, neighboring country, are throwing their president
Someone is
out.
asking, what do you want the people to do, Oga?
My brother, people should come out and contest and protest and send this president away because we don't need them. They are worse than even the Guinea president. The Guinea people are still eating. They still have light. But see yet, they are not contented and they still ask their president to go. It's a signal. If their people are jubilating, it's to tell you that they're happy what the military do. But we have military here, civilian here, everybody just a letter. We are not talking. They're just to come out for media. You see them, the lawyers. Are you not seeing Juju Chare? They are slapping themselves. And this one will get judgment the money. The same person who got in the night get judgment. Our institute are messed up. And imagine kidnapping today, tomorrow. Listen, Nigeria become a business of kidnapping. You kidnap 100, then you bring 100 million. Then when you bring 30 million and release 10, you bring you release 20, you bring, you can see how Nigerians are going. So what are we waiting for? Let's protest and say by the way, let it go. If the Kenyans are doing that, and Nigerians are simply waiting for it to spend 2 years, all of us.
Mr. Lucky, we are waiting for you to lead the way.
My brother, can you tell me this one alone I'm doing here is not enough? It's not enough.
You are doing enough.
I'm doing enough, my brother.
Every day.
Do you know how many people? Do you know how many people watching this program? Don't you are watching this program? They're in abroad. So many places. Our people are busy doing business. Which business? Who is buying it? The business you are doing. Who is buying it? People are crying. No money, nothing. NEPA P. How much did they? Oh, listen, let me give you secretly. NEPA said they want to increase P.
Yes.
Abi? Already they have increased the P. Nigerians are waiting for them to increase P. The P have been increased already. I know it. Go and pay your P. It's increased. They are waiting. Which NEPA have already increased. And Nigerians are waiting for them to increase. NEPA have increased P. And people are not talking.
Taiwo is greeting you.
Taiwo?
Don't worry, he's greeting you.
Mr. Taiwo, God bless you. You are my brother in life. What you are saying is right. Guinea have pushed their president away to exile, and we are sleeping. About 200 million Nigeria, they can't talk. All of them are mumus. They wait. Look at labor. We don't have labor. They are waiting for them. Oh my goodness, I am tired. The only thing we keep talking. We will not keep our mouth quiet. We will still keep talking. God bless you, those who are watching. But I'm saying, Nigeria, wake up. I watch. Sorry, yes. About yam, I'm still waiting for the yam. You that promised me yam. Yam is too expensive in Nigeria. Tomatoes, everything, nothing is cheap. Then let me tell you, our youth, I give you an example. Look at the old men occupy the whole big post. They are still using our youth to campaign. Look at the election they do yesterday. 95% of them are youth. Talking, I don't know. I am tired. My brother tired. I can only say the one I know here. But Nigeria need to wake up. The youth, wake up. Wake up. We are dying under Buhari. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Good morning, viewers.
Okay. Well, I thought
Yes.
okay.
No, I'm trying to clean my tears because Nigerians are so redundant, so reluctant, so down and complacent. When our country is on fire, nobody's talking. The worst president is here. Good morning, viewers. Good people from Europe, America, Asia, and even Africa here. Some African countries, we have many viewers there watching us daily. My good brother Taiwo, I greet you. You are a good man. Mommy Munkechi Okaro from Abateta, Anambra State. My greeting to you. Chuma Toya, my brother, my immediate brother. I did not know he has been watching me in UK until he called me. Raf, we are trying. You are educating us. That's my immediate family member. I'm thanking you. Then, Barrister Professor of the Law, Barrister Okuadi, you are from Delta State, an Igbo man too. I greet you. You Hausa woman, Hajia Halima. Mommy, I'm greeting you there. All of you, I failed to mention their name. Somebody like Auntie Kate, Papula, Chidima, many of you, even Ogachas from Canada, and the man that lives in Maryland or Texas. This name of your son is Raphael, which your same name. I hope that you will sit back on your living rooms and watch the show. I have 10 good points before he asks me questions. Okay. One, the worst president Nigeria has ever produced is here today. Nobody's doing anything. His name is retired Major General Buhari. It's the truth. Department of DSS, Department of State Security Service in Nigeria has been stopping Barrister Joffa from seeing Nnamdi Kanu. Is it not another point? Then, third one, an attorney of the law in the United States by name Bruce Fain is coming today. Ejiofor is going to see Nnamdi because you can't scratch Nigeria with small knife. You can use either big axe or machetes. 3. Fulanization of Nigeria by this regime, I think it's 4 point or 5 point now, is real. Buhari's move to make all of us Fulani men and Muslims is real. That statement is from Malaifa. Another point again, an emir in Niger State, Dodo Wawa of Niger State, has been kidnapped. They whisk him off. Another point again, in Katsina, this wife and son of a senator, a particular constituency, has been kidnapped during the weekend by those dead devil bandits. Autumn has been happening for the Mid-Belt to cooperate with Igbos to liberate Nigeria. It has come to reality. Ask me why. The Mid-Belters, they are apologizing to their Igbo brothers for their role, the role the Mid-Belters played during the Civil War. We apologize, sorry Igbos, we are one, we apologize. Many times they said sorry to Igbos. This one happens in the weekend too. The junior brother of Showore, the convener of Revolution Now, his name, by name Olajide Showore, has been killed along Benin-Lagos Express by not a non-government, by herdsmen. They are petting it. No. Herdsmen.
After investigation, Mr. Raf, after investigation, you can call names.
Okay, let me tell you. No. Herdsmen killed Olajide Showore. The fact is there. I read it online, on internet. Let me tell you, Nigerian papers, some of our journalists, they have been paying them. They are giving them money not to write the real facts. I'm telling you, they are giving them money not to write the real facts. Another point again, another fact again, Hope Uzodinma has invited the military again in Imo State with over 30 armored tanks. Where are this number of soldiers? Them they go. Are they going to fire coup in Igbo land, in Imo State? What are the Imolites? What are they doing to the federal government that they warrant this kind of military onslaught on our land? Military onslaught is an encroachment on Imo land. Imo land. Does that land belong to Hope Uzodinma? 30 armored tank to go and kill who? My advice, Hope, armored tank could be very, very possible, pregnable. They cannot do much more thing or havoc on the Imolites. My advice, use chemical weapon. No, that one is not enough. You use helicopter, bomber jets, Tokeno from America. Fig 111, manufactured by Russia. That was early this year. Please, Hope Uzodinma, go and use chemical weapon. Idiots. Come on, continue with your question.
You have military in Nigeria. What happened? Look at what happened in Guinea.
What happened in Guinea is a welcome idea. That's why I'm telling our viewers in Europe that we Nigerians, we are too docile. Docility is what is killing us here. We will see the obvious and we cover our face as if it is an illusion. Look, when there is fire on the mountain, what will happen? Everybody will be running. Everybody will be running. Nigeria on, when there is fire on the mountain, who will run? Some will be shouting, Obolam, I am here. You will see fire, water running down from their eye. And you want them, 4-1, 4-arm. 4-1, 4-arm. Why couldn't you put your house in order before it escalates into this kind of situation? What did you do? In 2015, most of you work hard to make Buhari president. Now, all of you now are crying, weeping, in pain. Because of what? Bad governance, embezzlement. The campaign for corruption, he campaigned for us. Campaign for corruption has turned to another thing. Fulanization, Talibanization, Islamization. Somebody that is bent on religion, you invited him to rule us. What does religion pay to the world? What does religion give to the world? There is no more religion anymore. But this part of the world, Nigerians are dying. Mr. President is dying. He's working hard to Islamize his fellow Nigerian, to Fulanize his fellow Nigeria. The whole people in the upper chamber of the legislative chamber house, they are not seeing it. All they are seeing is visiting Tinubu, visiting Atoeze, visiting Buhari, visiting Boss Mustafa, SGF, congratulating him, giving him Oga, thank you, you work like a good brother. That was from Okezia Ekpazu. Oga, you are a good brother. That was from Bayelsa governor. On his what? 65th birthday. That is what they know. Visiting Tinubu, doing all manner of eye service so that Tinubu will help them rig election for them 2023. They are not after us, so they are not after this current situation. No. Visiting Buhari, playing eye service so that Buhari will not do what? Command for their probe, for them to be brought to book. All the money that have been embezzling. Somebody like what do you call this? Former Akwa Ibom State governor. Akpabio is busy visiting Tinubu. People are dying in Akwa Ibom. Hope Uzodinma is busy crying, telling all Imolites, please, any Imo man, according to Hope Uzodinma, that marries Fulani woman, we are going to give him 1 million, so that he will fulfill his what? Selfish agenda. Selfish ideology. Are you listening to me? So what is going on now? I don't know. They are not after our good. All they are after is their own selfish interest, individualistic mentality. They are not there for stewardship. They are there to achieve their personal pockets. And what again? You, the British, you are watching now. The British government, you are busy cutting away million on daily business into your account. You are even happy when Buhari comes visiting for what? Medics, because the parking space is there. He's earning a lot of millions of pounds for you. British man, you are so selfish. You have taught Nigerians how to be selfish. Before leaving Nigeria in 1960, Nigeria could not be well again because of Britain. Britain has forgotten their citizen that is down in the facilities of DSS in Abuja, in the person of Onyenduma Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is a British citizen. For mouth. Could be that Nnamdi Kanu is an American citizen. I bet you Nnamdi Kanu will not spend 1 week. Okay. Another go chinti. Now you cannot tell a deaf man. You cannot tell a deaf man that war is going on. A man that is deaf, immediately war ensues or starts, nobody can inform him again. If Nnamdi Kanu happens to be a British citizen, he won't stay 7 days in the jail there. But because British people are what they are. British people are corrupt. British people are witches and wizards. British people are children of Esau. British people they are just the most double standardized human beings on earth. Double standard. Britain. Because of British government. The British governments. They are the problem we have today. Queen Elizabeth, Mama, as long as you live, Nigeria will not witness peace. But I tell you one thing. One day, your time is going to be up. There is nothing in this life that lasts forever. Queen Elizabeth, now you be the mother of the whole Commonwealth nations. India, Kenya, Nigeria, Egypt, Tanzania, everybody. Ghana, all of us colonized by Britain. Mama, go and check all these countries I named. Nigeria has suffered. Suffering is written all over our faces. Visit all countries all over the world. Nigerians are everywhere in the world, doing all manner of menial jobs. Cleaning what? Dead bodies, corpse. Serving in the restaurants. Why? British imperialism. I thought that you would have gone with the Britain after we achieved our independence in 1960. But you've gone since, living the same oppression, imperialism here, and you are monitoring us in the faraway England where you are staying, ma. It is wrong, go. God, though. There is God, though. There is God, though.
Thank you very much, Sarah.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, viewers. Good morning, everybody. Okay. And I greet the viewers. Tina, hi to you. Everybody there, hi. Then the baristas, hi to you. The one in US, the one in everywhere, all over the world. I greet you, right?
Military junta has taken over Guinea. The president has been...
I think I have to start from home.
Okay.
I beg you, make you hear me very well. I beg you, make you hear me well, oh, well. Oh. Human right, now my property. You can't dash me my property. Human right, now my property. So it's about the right of the people. It's about my own right. What is going on in Guinea, they know their rights there. It's now left for us to wake up and know our rights. Why? Because the masses are being oppressed in Guinea, and the masses, in conjunction with the military, took over the tyranny of Guinean government that is just pocket the whole resources, natural resources of Guinea to themselves. I think same thing would have been better off in the environment we have here.
Somebody saying Bubu don't know human rights.
Bubu.
Doesn't know human rights.
It's left for you now to force him to know. If you know Bubu doesn't know human rights, it's left for you. The person saying this is in a very okay climb. But the Nigerians,
just good.
The Nigerians, how many Nigerians even know their own right, not to talk of to press for their own right? That's just the problem. And when you talk, they will say incitement. When you talk, but they will not know that they are inciting poverty already into our life. And poverty will bring hunger, and hunger will bring hunger, and hunger will bring incitement. So they don't know that. So all these ones, like this, my brother is saying, that is Buhari. I think this Mr. President, or so-called Buhari, we need to detach from him for a while and focus on the people that are accessible to us, that are nearer to us. And who are these people? They are the local government, starting from the local government to the state government. And we did that. We did that during the anti-grazing, and they were forced to sign anti-grazing law. Yeah. So Lagos. Yeah, Lagos are sent their own to what's it called, Lagos State House of Assembly, and if they don't do it, we are watching them, because very soon now they will be witnessing. They may be witnessing, and what is causing the clashes between Hausa, Yoruba, all these things in Lagos here is the latitude. I mean, in laxity. I mean, the laxity of the Lagos State government, that they failed to fix up. I mean, fix up the issues. We could see there's always crisis around, fighting each other, fighting that. And if Lagos don't do it, and you know Lagos is turning to a servant state to the hub there, to the national, leaders there in the presidency. They are turning to a servant state, and which, as I'm talking now, a lot of people are entering Lagos without identity, without profiling. And you see a lot of, I won't be sure whether all these bandits they are chasing away from Borno, all this thing now, they may end up in Lagos. There was a time Shekau was caught in Apapa. Marine Road. Everybody knew then. That was like 7 years ago. Shekau that they were looking for in the north, that the military, he was in Apapa enjoying himself. So such thing is Lagos. That's why I say Lagos should wake up and profile people that come into Lagos through the border, through north, through, that's just my own stake for that.
Okay, so any question? Take a look at the doctor strike. NAD is on strike, but Johesu now, which is the general body, wants to join NAD. And it's going to be a crisis. A total shutdown of the sector in Nigeria. What
I have to, like my brother just said, not too long. You see, the problem of this Nigeria, majority of them, charity begins at home. We have to hold our leaders from home responsible. The main cause of this problem we are having with doctors, in which they could not manage well, is from the Minister of Labor and Productivities. You are a doctor too. You have 3 children that are doctors, and these are children of these are other people's children. That they've been maltreated there. They've been treated by the government, and they said they want a better life for themselves. But instead of the labor minister, Mr. Igige, to dialogue, to come down, call them as father, you are mocking them. That you are mocking them. You are threatening them, and threatening cannot work. And I want to ask the labor minister, when he was doctor, when he was in housemanship, when he was doing his housemanship, was it the same treatment they meted to him? And I could even know that when he was a doctor he stays in one of the high-profile estates, 1004. How many of these doctors can afford 1004? And that's why I disagree with I need to disagree with what's it called, Mr. Raf. What Raf just said now. Charity begins at home. These are leaders. We are saying people voted for Buhari 2000 and something 2000, but that same Buhari has turned to That same APC has turned to political pilgrimage, especially for the majority of southern leaders, southeast leaders. They are just crossing like you know, crossing like as if they are crossing the river Nile or crossing the, you know. I just don't know what is going on. I don't know. And we masses, we shouldn't be carried away. The president that we have now, as it is, I don't think that president can change. We cannot see any change.
Can change.
They came to the, you know, platform of change for us to believe that Nigeria, they will change Nigeria, but nothing can change under this government. Nothing can change under this government. If you want me to believe there will be change, that's what I'm telling you. My rights, nobody can dash me my rights. Human rights are my property. It's not government property. You hear me? Human rights are my own property. And me, I'm, you know, exploring my rights here. You know, to talk and say the truth. Okay. And I say the truth. If you like, you accept. If you don't like, I don't give a damn. My own conscience have to tell me that you have to say the truth. The truth has to be, let us detach from this man and face the one we can see around us. Who are the governors? Who are the local government? Who are the senators? Who are the, you know, House of Rep members? Who are the assembly members? They are there pocketing cool cash. When we force them to
Are you saying what happened in Guinea should happen in Nigeria?
Don't misquote me. If it is possible for the oppressed to free themselves from the oppressor, nobody will dispute that. But it can never happen in Nigeria because there is disunity in the ranks of the Nigerian soldiers, where you see some northerners will never allow such that my brother is power, and the southerner will never allow such that my brother is in power. You want to tell me under Jonathan, you will not say you want to plan coup? Under Buhari, you want to plan coup, and the northern, all these northern guys, all these S-men, Fulani bandits, they will not support him? Or you want to say under Jonathan, the militants will not support him? Or you want to say under Obasanjo, the Agbekoya will not support him, or this thing that is our son? So there is disunity. There is disunity among Nigeria, and that disunity is what we are suffering.
Okay, lastly, shutdown of communication, closure of schools will worsen citizens' life in the north.
See,
just yesterday, 30 schools have been shut down in Adamawa State. Why is that for that state? A total shutdown of the services.
Anything about the north is none of my fucking business. Now, I think I have to desist from even speaking about that north. Let them use Panadol for their headache. They cause this headache. I'm facing my own. What they cause is affecting me in the south here, and I don't want to. They should go and solve their problem, because their problem is
Nigeria's problem.
It's Nigerian problem now, and which is not supposed to. Me, I'm not creating problem. Me, I'm not a bandit. Me, I'm not killing. I'm not kidnapping. And they are using their own to. I mean, you see, you guys have time, say. Let them go and solve their problem. If it's possible, let northern Nigeria be as they are, because the way it is now.
But there are some other the southerners are there, the easterners are there in north. Are you going to push those people away?
Are we going to?
Are you not going to talk about those people?
When Kabul is boiling now, did they tell anybody? Did they tell Americans to flee? Did they tell British to flee away from Afghanistan? Did they tell any Western man to flee? So if the Yoruba, the Hausas are there, they should sit down there. I mean, if the Yoruba and Igbos are there, I'm not going to advise them to leave. They should stay down there. Anything they see, they'll face it. When they are kidnapping the whole emir in Niger, they are kidnapping the whole emir in Kaduna State, they are kidnapping, and you are still sitting down there, you are doing your business. Maybe that your business will consume you there, because the problem is enormous there. One problem every day in that place. And you are using the resources. Look at Tokado that they went to buy $500 million. If you pump that $500 million into the economy, you know how far it will go. You know how far it will go. So I think some regions are just a cost region. That I don't know where that cost is coming from. I think there should be a gathering of the elders of that place, and they should find, if they want to find solution to that place, they can find it. They can find solution to that place, but they are just playing politics with it. The way it is, truth has to be told. That Commodore said it all in love. And American government are saying they are ready to mention the sponsors of this bandit, the Boko Haram. I'm waiting for the Americans too. Nevertheless, they may have it hidden agenda too. To even exploit their way to bring confusion into the country. But when they were not even around, was the country not in confusion already? Is the country not in confusion already? Is the country not facing the hardest time of our life? I think this is the hardest time of my life.
Food items soared by 122% in 2 months.
We've been saying this if you remember. The problem is we have to be proactive. And me, I'm always proactive in my thinking. Since I've heard that they want to increase tariff, price, pump price. They want to increase it. They want to increase electricity tariff. All these things have multiplier effects. I think they say you have Minister for Economic Affairs or with anybody in charge of Nigerian economy. That person should have been fired for long, and should have been fired and face the judgment of the masses. Face the judgment of the masses, because these people, the hardship policy they are bringing, they never look at the multiplier effect. How many of them goes to market to buy goods? That is when you combine all of them together. And it has been happening like that. You have the president will budget 4 billion naira for his entertainment allowance, for entertainment allowance in Aso Rock there. How will you want to know? How will that person want to know that there's suffering on the land? You have a governor that is own social security allowance is almost 600 million or 800 million. Even if there's not any security crisis in the state, it can create one. So just for them to see that if the money they gave him is being utilized, appropriately, and which is on the other way. So a president that sits in Aso Rock, he doesn't know how much they sell a tuber of yam. Me now, I can tell you all the prices of the food item, because it has gotten to the stage that I'm the one supplying the yam. A tuber of yam, you can get a tuber of yam 1,005. The one I bought yesterday was just 1,000. And why it was 1,000 was because it came from the farmer direct. The remittance of the farmer, the S-men left over. It came from them. So the way it is, I know how much they sell the price of a Derica paint of beans is now 3,100. Rice is even no go area, except you want to eat rice that is mixed with stone, which they call Nigerian rice. And you see, the way things are now. I
believe corn now is the cheapest.
I don't even near corn because I'm allergic to corn, so I don't take corn. So all of that garri now is 1,002. That garri we used to buy 500 per paint. All this thing, but the only thing, Dundee citizen, Dundee masses we have in this country, I'm still waiting for the time they will wake up. That is why an average Ghanaian, I have a Ghanaian man, come and say hi today. Come and say hi. This is a Ghanaian man. Look at him. Can all this shit happen in your country? Yeah? No, not. So you see, I don't know the caliber of people we have in this country. I don't know. Suffering and smiling. Okay. And until they snatch your human right, they will give you human rights. They will snatch your human rights, they will give you human rights. That's why the last dispensation, people are saying, I chop rice. It's not from it's from fella. They snatch your human rights, they give you human rights. And you say, they chop rice under this one, I chop rice under. I don't know how silly thinking my people are. And we have to wake up. Wake up from the slumber. And take your rights back from all these people. They are in custody of your rights, and you cannot take your rights.
You are buying black market. That your price. Your yam is black market yam.
Yeah, really. I said so that it came from farm direct.
Mr. Lucky will tell you 2,000.
No, Lucky is just inflating. You see yam. All those yam they are bringing them 1,500. Yeah, 1,500. But I bought my own lie. I bought it 1,000 yesterday for my family to feed on. So for a while, pending the time I make some money again.
Introduce me to your black market, Mr.
It's always around there, up there.
Okay.
I will introduce you. I will be glad to introduce you, so that you too you can partake in the.
Black market here.
Good morning, Mr. David.
Good morning to you, Mr. Christian Chico, and good morning to all our esteemed viewers all over the world. I want to say a very big shout out to Mommy Nkechi for always supporting the crew and the movement, because even what Mr. Christian Suku and Co could not even give to us, Mommy, you did it.
Not me get
Kudos to
confused.
you. Now, even the now,
I'm not
no,
the- I'm not
even
the
the
enough
management
activist.
now,
Okay.
even under the sun, in the rain, you guys could not still deem it fit to provide us with this umbrella. But now, kudos to Mommy Nkechi who saw this and actually came to our rescue. Thank you, Mommy. God Almighty bless you, and thank you to everyone that has been supporting this brand, this crew. So kudos to everyone that has been supporting us. We say, bless you, everyone.
Okay, let's look at Guinea. Soldiers seize power and the president has been kidnapped.
It's
Nigerian government has condemned what happened in Guinea.
empty happy. Now the people, now when the president was being kidnapped by the military, the military hierarchy office now released a press statement saying that it was the interest of the masses, and the masses were happy. How can it be 83 years old man ruling a country for how many years? Now nothing is moving in that country. There is hardship. Nigeria and Guinea, we are like brothers and sisters. Everything that is happening here now is what also happening there. The soldiers were not even paid for like 2 years now. Salary has not they've not been paid. Now tell me, why wouldn't they topple this government, or see why wouldn't they oust him out of government house? You can see how he is looking like a madman. For 83 years, he's supposed to continue ruling again. 83 years old man. Now wants to continue ruling. 83 years old man. Now nothing is working in that country. Now the lower masses needed to approach this military man just to outcast him out of office.
Okay, it was the effort of the masses.
It was the effort of the masses. No, it was a collaboration between the masses and the military, because the suffering was too much. How can a 83 years old man be what, tormenting one particular country?
But do you support this kind of takeover of government in a democracy?
In a democracy, what is democracy? What is democracy? Government for the people, by people, for the people. Now, when you are not repeating repeating all this effect, is that one democracy? Now, can you beat your chest and say that Nigeria is practicing democracy now? No. Can you beat your chest now and say Nigeria is practicing democracy now? So if I just that the military here in Nigeria, they are very loyal to the president. Yes, you cannot outcast Buhari out of office without the effort of the Fulani men. And the Fulani men, they are much in the military. So that is the reason why it cannot be possible. These men are very loyal to the president. Literally, if the president is not loyal to them, Buhari would have gone since now. It's not democracy. A court will give injunction, government will refuse. Now, people will protest. Government will not listen to their protest. Is that what democracy? How do you define democracy? Democracy, you see, when as government you listen to the cry of the people. When the people tell you now we don't want this, you adjust the system of governance and listen to the cry. But you like you just one-way traffic, and you're saying democracy now. If it's possible for military to take over government, let them take over government. Because
it's possible for military to take over.
If it's possible, because it's not democracy. Now, because what happened to him? This man has turned deaf ears in Guinea. There's what unemployment. There's what hardship in Guinea. Now, the people needed to speak to the military that please, you guys should come to our aid. Now, when the man was overthrown yesterday, people were rejoicing in the state. It shows people are not even feeling the impact of his government. He wants to become a life president, milking the resources of that is meant for everybody. Him alone and his family, they're just amassing the wealth to themselves. That is a typical how African leader is. He does not want to leave office. He wants to be there for life. If it's possible for Buhari to be there, to be lifetime president, he will continue. That is the problem.
So Is it good that Nigeria condemns, even though Nigeria is a country, as you said, that does not practice democracy? Is it good that they have condemned another country that is not practicing same democracy?
Who is condemning? Buhari that overthrow a democratic elected government. Two is not condemning. Buhari that overthrow someone. Two is not condemning military invasion in Guinea. Buhari is supposed to talk. Buhari does not have because Buhari overthrow a democratically elected government. Abi, it's not a record. Is it not a record?
Yeah.
So now see, Shagari government, yes. So now see, what is now condemning? What is he condemning? Now, ever since Buhari came on board, is he practicing democracy? Is Buhari practicing democracy? House of Rep will tell you no. Buhari will use his veto powers to say no. This person must remain. Is that democracy? People cannot. Before you speak your mind now, DSS will come after you. Is that democracy? You cannot provide solution. You cannot criticize this government. DSS will come after you. Is that democracy? Now, democracy that you want to shut down social media. Democracy that nobody that see now. Our fundamental human rights as people, as citizens, have been breached fundamentally. Now, Nigerians now no longer has fundamental human rights. We don't enjoy it again. You talk anyhow now, DSS will come to your house and beat nonsense out of you. You condemn Buhari. Is that what democracy? What is democracy? Democracy is for what? Everybody. You should also have a say in government. When there is need, what the needs arise, you can provide solutions and then also condemn this government. Whatever policy that I think that this government would embark on that is not favorable, you can also go against that policy. But now, can you do that? No? It is impossible. I said, practice democracy. What we are practicing is what? How do I? We are parties.
Theocracy.
I've forgotten this.
Oligarchy.
No, not oligarchy.
Autocracy.
Autocracy. Thank you. Autocracy. It is whatever he wants. It is what the presidency wants or what the president wants. That is what stands, and that's not democracy.
Okay, let's look at the doctors. NAD is on strike. Jesu wants to join. I know Jesu is an umbrella body. If Jesu joins, it's going to be a total shutdown. Should we beg the government that they should attend to the needs of these people?
It's like begging them. Now, what are these people? What are they agitating for? Salary increase, better working condition, better facilities. Now, whatsoever they are demanding for, is it not their legitimate rights? How many of them? The reason why these people, these vagabonds in power, these miscreants, these hoodlums in power, would not attend to them because majority of them don't use that public hospital. Majority of them travel abroad. You can see a leader. Ever since Tinubu is in London, prominent Nigerians have trooped to London to pay homage to him. So what do you expect? I'm not begging government. If they like, let them attend to them. If they don't like, let them not attend to them. My orders, if I fall sick, I look for agbo and buy agbo. I'll take agbo and I'll wear. Yes. That is my own. I pray not to fall ill because I know that if I'm sick now, I go to Abba place, agbo, buy jedi, buy agbo, look for agbo 50 naira, 100 naira, drink. I look for paracetamol, drink. I'm good to go. If government like, let them know attend to them. If they like, now this is the same issue that has been killing us. We keep on begging government most times to always come to our rescue. As if that is not the primary function. If government does not attend to them, who will attend to them? Are you the one that will use your own private money and pay doctors on strike?
Okay.
Yeah. That is their obligation. It's like you giving birth to a child. Now, at that child, the child cannot fend for himself. You as the father would provide all the basic needs for the child. Now, these are public servants. You know what to do to make them have a better life. These people said a doctor will be working 24 hours. There's no shift. Now, a doctor that is even working 24 hours, you are still paying him peanuts. There's shortage of manpower. This doctor are saying recruit more people, increase our salary, increase our pay, give us our bonus that we're entitled to. You say no. Now when these doctors embark on strike, the minister of labour, you know what he said? He said it was he said he think it was an April fool. That was when the doctor said he was surprised. That was why I said he thought it was an April fool when the doctor said they wanted to go on strike. Imagine what the minister of labour said. He said because he thought it was what April fool. Who is April fool? Is that place a comedy house? Eh? People are agitating for their right. You are saying you thought it was April fool. Now it is no longer.
But the minister is a doctor. He's a doctor.
Who? Ngige.
Yeah.
Is Ngige practicing doctor? Can you allow Ngige treat you? If you are sick now, if you fall sick now, you go hospital where Ngige dey make it treat you. You know, answer me. It's a question I'm asking you.
My brother is laughing.
I'm asking you a question. You said he's a doctor. If you are sick now, and you get to the hospital and you saw Ngige that was there to you, would you allow Ngige treat you?
Okay, I put this question forward to the viewers. Just put it forward to the
you can put that to them. Let them answer. Okay, viewers now. If you are very ill now, you are sick now, and you are down, and you get to the hospital now, and you saw that the person assigned to treat you is the president's is the current minister of labour, and which is a doctor, fine, medical doctor by profession. Now, would you allow him treat you?
Somebody say no.
Wetin we dey talk? Wetin we dey talk? He dey talk say Ngige na doctor. Ngige, when last this Ngige has not practiced for one day. Ngige did not practice. As in treating people, treating patients, he did not practice. All what he just went to school and got a certificate. Ngige just kill you. Ngige, if you by mistake you go hospital, make it treat you. If na malaria go,
Let's leave it.
they do you. If you go give you epilepsy treatment, make you die of Ngige na person. Abeg, let's talk something
Okay,
good.
lastly, hard times as prices of food items soar by 122% in 2 months.
You have seen. I tell people, I said the worst illiterate in life is the political illiterate, in the sense that he or she does not know that government policy affects everything in the society, affects the food of price, affects how business have been done. That is why I see them that a person was telling me that even if food go up, God should provide for me. I said, look at what he's saying. Now, when government policy is not favorable to everybody, inflation is what? Inevitable. When the government policy is too bad. Now, I tell people, I said, one thing, I can only prefer solution to the president. Let him open our borders. No country in the world is when it comes
independent.
Is self-independent. You cannot feed yourself alone. Even as it stands now, America being the largest economy in the world also depend on what? In food importation. You are not growing food in Nigeria. Now, how do you want us to what cope? If you shut down borders and nothing is coming in, nothing is going out, how do you want us to cope? That is the only now today. I bet you, let the president let him open the borders. This inflation, it will go down. It will reduce drastically. It's just about the bad policy. We saw what Jonathan was there when borders was still on, when people can what import and also export. People were making waves. Inflation was not as high as this, and now you said you want to make Nigeria self-independent. Now you give money to the farmers in the north for them to grow rice and foodstuff. Now those ones said rain bandits now rain washed away their farm produce. Now the money you gave them to what invest now has been gone. This is the public money, giving it to one part of the people just for them to grow food. Now, what stops you from giving to the farmers in the south, in the southeast, south? Why should you give it to the farmers in the north alone? You have farmers scattered around the nooks and corners of this country. So I believe this, when it comes to this issue of inflation, the president is responsible for it.
Okay. Thank you very much, David. Thank you very much. Yeah, we have come to the end of Bystander and Newsstand this morning. Thank you. A big thank you to Mrs. Nkechi Okaro. Thank you for your hand of gesture, providing us with a shelter in case of the rain. Thank you very much. Mr. Barrister Okwadi, thank you very much. And also Mr. Kelvin, thank you very much for your kind gesture. A question was being asked by one of us, saying that if you would allow the Minister of Labour to treat you as a doctor, would you accept? Many people have given their own views. Robert, some people gave their own answers. Robert Uche said no. Yora Festus, the answer is no. Onyigo said no, a very long no. Prince Gabriel, no. Janoche Afole, big no. Celestine Pius, no. Robert Uche said Ngige is a quack doctor. Onyigo, Ngige as doctor, no. Ademola Tanda, God forbid. Okay, thank you very much for contributing. It has been interesting today. I'm Christian Chico on this wonderful edition of Bystanders at the Newsstand. A big thank you to the man behind the camera, Mr. Festus, Mr. Femi Davis. During the week, this week, we are going to allow people call in when we have a device that can amplify your voice. We are going to allow you call in and contribute on the program. Bye for now, till tomorrow as we meet by God's grace. I'm Christian Chico on this wonderful edition of the program.